Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Monday, the 24th of January. Not a bad day today. Pretty decent, but big changes coming up. Some rain, some snow. Who gets what? Let's take a look. First off, the Skycam shots around the network. That's view coming from Gadsden. In fact, I was just there an hour ago speaking to some students, and it is bright and sunny and very comfortable. Temperatures are in the 50s. On the other side of the state, that's the Tuscaloosa Skycam. Got a broken mid-level overcast there, but the low levels are still very dry. And down in Chilton County, weather looking pretty good. The sky mostly sunny down in Clanton, but all of that will be changing. You can see our trough developing off to the west, and that will be bringing a pretty good rain event to the state tomorrow, and then a chance of snow by Wednesday morning. And yeah, feels good. Look at all the double nickels up on that board. 55, Gadsden, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Shelby County Airport. 58 at Montgomery and Alexander City. That is nice. You know, the good thing, there is no brutally cold air nearby. Now, it's going to be chilly, you know, after Wednesday for a couple of days, but nothing harshly cold like the snowstorm we had a couple of weeks ago where the snow stayed on the ground for a week in a lot of places. Not going to happen this time, we think. And so far on the watch warning map, things are quiet. Now, you'll see watches and warnings going up all up and down the eastern seaboard as this surface low in the Gulf gets its act together in coming days. But again, for now, things are quiet. And there's the QPF chart. You can kind of pick out the track of this thing running from the southeast up to New England. This is suggesting about 1 inch of liquid for much of Alabama. And tomorrow it's going to be rain. Wednesday morning, some folks could see snow from this feature. Here's the day's 2 snow outlook. This is valid from 6 o'clock tomorrow evening until 6 o'clock Thursday evening. And this is suggesting the better snows will be northeast of here. Now, this is the chance of at least 4 inches from eastern Tennessee up through parts of the southern Appalachians. And then on day 3, this is defined from Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock until Thursday morning at 6 o'clock. Maybe some really heavy snow for some of those big cities up in the northeast corridor, the I-95 corridor. Might be just east of Washington, just west of Washington, D.C., but awfully close to New York City and Boston. So if you're traveling up there, be aware of that. All right, let's take a look. This is modeling. This is the 12Z GFS valid at noon tomorrow, noon Tuesday. There's your trough off to the west. And down below that, a surface low begins to form in the Gulf, and rain breaks out. Rain will likely become widespread. The heaviest rain over the southern half of the state. They could see over 1 inch, but even up here, we're expecting rainfall amounts of 1/2 to 1 inch tomorrow and tomorrow evening. Let's go to Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. Do we dare? The deepening surface low is near Cape Fear, North Carolina, and this is the GFS. The freeze line, about 5,000 feet off the ground, which can be an effective rain-snow line, is well to the, I say well, it's to the east and south of Birmingham, but again, below that, it's awfully warm. In fact, there's the 2-meter temperature scheme. That's basically at the surface, and the freeze line there is up near the shoals. So temperatures are going to be in the mid-30s, but we think with dynamic cooling from this, we will see some snow here. This is the expected position of the upper low at 500 millibars Wednesday morning at 6 off the NAM. And it's got the thing basically near Aberdeen, Mississippi. And we notice on the temperature scheme there, as cold as 26 below zero centigrade with Celsius within this the core of this upper low. That's very cold air aloft, and that will be passing through, and some of that will be pulled down with dynamic cooling and simply the precipitation falling. And you know, we've talked about a lot of analogs here where that has produced some big surprises. December 97 comes to mind. Jason Simpson did some digging. He thinks a good analog is March 2001, where parts of Blount County had 10 inches from something like this. But whatever, that's a cold core upper low, and this is a low confidence forecast. I'll just say that going forward here. We'll check the NAM, the latest run here. This is valid at 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. The deeper moisture is north of here. And again, with dynamic cooling, we think there will be some changeover to snow. Now, the model guidance is not going to show a lot of accumulated snow. We know that. This is the RPM showing just a dusting for northwest Alabama, nothing for Huntsville and Scottsboro, and nothing down here along Interstate 20. But having said that, we're going to go with this forecast. And this is snow potential, and let me throw in a couple of points here. The heavier totals will likely be across the mountains, the high terrain, elevations over 1,000 feet. And most of the snow will be on grassy areas, not roads. The roads after today's sunny and mild weather will be relatively warm, the infrastructure. So we don't expect major widespread travel issues for Interstate 20 and 59 because, again, we think temperatures should be in the mid-30s, above freezing, and most of this will be on grass, the roads just wet. Having said all of that, 2 to 4 inch amounts possible for areas north of a line from near Vernon to about Blunt Springs to Piedmont. That's pretty close to US 278, a smidgen south of there. And maybe 1/2 to 2 inches on grassy areas for the northern part of the Birmingham metro, for Anniston, for some of the high terrain locations off to the east. And then from the Birmingham metro south, maybe a dusting on grassy areas, and no big deal. Hoover, Vestavia, Alabaster, Tuscaloosa, places like that. And they just all rain south of a line from Utah to Clanton to Lafayette. And again, we will warn you that this could easily change. We are not particularly skillful at this type of setup, dealing with cold core upper lows producing snow that models can't handle. But again, mostly grass. Major travel problems, I don't think is going to be an issue. But anytime you get that much snow on the ground, it will be. And one more thing, I think there could be a strip where there's more snow than I've got on here. In all of these analogs you dig up, you got some spots with 8 to 10 inches, and there could be maybe some mountains over there, northeast Alabama. We'll see. But for the moment, that's where we are. And then all of this diminishes by midday Wednesday. We'll go to Thursday. That will be a cold and dry day. And I say cold, understand this is not pure Arctic air coming in here. The GFS is showing 48 on Thursday. And Friday looks even warmer now. The GFS is printing upper 50s on Friday. And pretty much the same deal on Saturday. It's got a high of 57. Hey, we'll take that. That's exciting if that's right. We'll say probably low 50s for now and just begin to move it up a little bit. And the same thing on Sunday. So after this storm gets out of here Wednesday afternoon, we'll be in good shape for a while. And there's a week from today, next impulse coming at us. And let's go to the 2nd of February. And, throughout the last, 2 weeks, the GFS has shown some kind of Groundhog's Day system out here. Pretty good-looking trough over the east to deliver cold air. A mischievous southern branch. And down below that, that's going to be a close call for winter weather issues, with probably ice instead of snow if by chance something happens out there. And this is still, as you know, in the land of voodoo. It won't be by the end of this week. We'll get within our 7-day time frame, but the feature is still there. And on the 9th, the trough shifts to the west. And that looks relatively mild with a big snowstorm for the heartland and maybe some rain down here. But again, what we're thinking, the mean temperatures will stay below average at least for the next couple of weeks. Hey, spring's getting close. Come on, we'll get there before you know it. Just hang on. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 in Birmingham. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Weather.